So, I'm back. I think I'm going to switch gears for the remainder of this evening, since I'm getting a bunch of crap, caca, from YouTube, and it's clear that it's all has to do with what you're saying. I mean, I'm not stupid. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out things if you're aware and observe. And I'm a great observer. And so yeah, I see what's happening. The system doesn't like it when you talk about it. That's usually, I mean, that doesn't surprise me, because that's seems to be the nature of many. When they feel threatened for the wrong they do, they take it out on another. Just like with Mr. Biden, the biped. And yeah, see, I don't even go there. Can't go there, because then it'll give me issues with the stream. So shout out to Sandy. I need to remember that whenever I stream now. Sandy is the AI bot at YouTube. And all Sandy's compadres that work with. Oh, there, I'm getting the no data. See, I know that it's intentional. Because everything was fine until somebody came on. I can see this. You can see certain information. And shortly after, it goes into this. Ridiculous. I can do anything and everything, and I don't have problems on the internet till I do this and I start to talk. This world is sick. It has a disease, a virus, and it ain't the one they're bandying about that I'm talking about. This is something more insidious. God is here right now. And all you people that are waiting, you're doing yourselves a wrong. You're preventing a miracle. Why do I say that? Because you're waiting. You're waiting. Hoping. Waiting. And in doing so, you are contributing to causing no miracle, because you're waiting. All the others out there waiting. God is here. This intelligence, whatever you want to call it, it's here. It's always been here. It always will be here. It never leaves. It doesn't go anywhere. There's nowhere else to be but here. Do you understand that? Here is there. And there is everywhere. You want to experience the universe, you're going to have to get a good grasp of that thought. Because otherwise you're never going anywhere. Because you're waiting. You're waiting. God is here. It doesn't go anywhere. And it shouldn't have to go anywhere. I know that's a hard one for people to wrap their mind around. That God is here. Right now. God's not waiting on any miracle. You are. You all are waiting for the miracle. I can hear Leonard Cohen in the back of my mind now. And you need to stop. You need to just slow down and think for a moment. Open your mind and ask a real serious question. What if? And if so, what do you do? How does communication work? It's a two-way act. All I can say, those songs that you see that I keep putting up there, those two songs are part of a conversation that I am having with God. I did my best to document it, as crazy as it sounds, all of it. But you know, I've had enough experiences, surreal experiences, to know this is no joke. I'm not looking at this and thinking it's crazy. It's not. I know because it continues to happen. Like I said in the last stream, I could come up here every day for spend an hour with my phone and Pandora, the app, having a conversation with God. Very direct conversation, focused thoughts that require focused answers. I have no doubts that it will be no less than what I have been experiencing for the last few years. Intensely. And as I've said in previous streams, that the music is only part of it. Because once you connect and you open up to the realization that it's real. It's beyond real. You begin to open up to other means of this communication that is happening. It's not just the music. I can't tell you how many times in a day when I will hear a word, I'll think of a word, be thinking of a word, or I'm writing, and then at that same moment I hear that word, maybe in a song, or I have some news type show playing in the background. I'll hear that word. I'm not talking about a and of and the. I'm talking about words, real words. More than 3 letters. All day. Still blows my mind. But it also excites it. Because it reinforces what I know, what I suspect this is all leading to. Why would I be having such experiences? Why would anybody? Is it just for no reason? You just the luck of the draw? And it doesn't mean anything? No, it means something. There is an intelligence. And it is here right now, reaching out as it has always done for a relationship, a friendship. I don't think that's so hard to understand. I think we think of God and we place so much on this intelligence, expectations. You know, there's this God with all these angels above and below. There's this God with all these gods, with all these angels, and so on and so on. Who then is the God to be crowned? See, God is never ending. You can't place any finite definition upon God. Infinite, no end. There's no beginning either. There's no beginning. You know how I know that? Because I know the answer as to why. What comes before any beginning? What? I mean, let's take God. In the beginning. What was God before the beginning? I mean, the Bible starts off with in the beginning, which implies, again, just by pure logic, simple reasoning, 1 + 1 = 2. What came before the beginning? What was God before the beginning? Or did just God come into existence in the beginning when the universe came into being and and the earth and the planet and the water and the plants and the animals. There is no beginning. That's the truth. And it's a hard one to grapple, because you're going to be constantly asking yourself, if there's no beginning, how did this ever start? How did it ever come to be? Had to come from somewhere, right? Does it? There's no beginning. There just is. And there's always been. Just is. Nobody knows the beginning, because there is no beginning. Nothing wrong with looking, though. I'm not here to take away from anybody who's searching for answers. That's how you find the truth. I'm just saying, for me, I've grappled with this for pretty much most of my life, asking the questions of how, who, why, where, looking for those answers. I feel content with everything just is, and always has been, and always will be. Even if I'm not here, it will be. Even if this whole planet were not anymore, this moment, this now, this is, will always be. As far as my point of view, how I perceive it, that changes clearly. I won't be here. I'm not going to do a super long stream, just because I got a little frustrated with the last one being censored, because that's what it is. Haven't seen any of the bots show up yet, other than that first person who started watching the stream for a few seconds, which may have been the bot. So, I'm going to talk about UFOs, the extraterrestrial, alien, whatever you want to call it. I loved that Harrison Smith on the American Journal the other day had a guest on. Oki was his name, and I appreciated listening to this person, Oki, talking about the subject of the deep space program, because I have voiced my thoughts from time to time on that. That we got bases on Mars, and we got all these soldiers that are on Mars, and I mean, it's real intricate stuff, this story that's being put out there. And I'm not a believer in that. I mean, I've listened with curiosity, but I always come to the conclusion that it's a bunch of caca. And we got some demented minds that are perpetuating this nonsense. I don't think that there's human bases on the moon that we put there, and I'm not talking about like some ancient race of beings. We're talking about right now, there are people out there putting out a story that there are humans of today, soldiers on Mars. Yeah, they would like for you to believe that nonsense. Because it's nothing but caca. So it doesn't mean anything. They'd like you to believe in that kind of stuff. Keeps you away from the truth. No, I am not a subscriber. There are no bases with humans running them on the moon or on Mars. And as far as extraterrestrials go, the government knows jack caca. Okay? They wish they did. They want to, but they don't. I honestly don't. I mean, I think they know more than the general public is aware of. And they clearly take it very seriously, as has been evidenced over the last couple of years. And then this past year with getting the Congress involved, and they take it very seriously. Sure, they've been poo-pooing it for a long time to keep you distracted. They don't want you looking at something that is legitimate. And they definitely don't want you to be the one who discovers anything in relationship to this intelligence, because they want it for themselves. It's power. There's a lot of people on power trips. It's like, leave me the hell alone. Do your thing. I'm doing mine. Ain't bothering anybody. Leave me alone. No, you can't do that anymore. People like to F with you. They just do. There's a mental illness going on. Loco. Yeah. Government wishes they knew. And I don't, aliens, UFOs, extraterrestrials, whatever, they're not going to land. I'm very adamant about that. There's no reason for them to land. Why? I mean, come on now, people. Whoever would land, they're clearly smarter, right? At least I would hope so. They're able to do things, move around, get around. They have a greater grasp of reality than we do. Why would they want to have anything to do with us? I still haven't heard anybody come up with answers that I feel content to rest with. I don't hear anybody, really. All I hear is people's wants. They want them to come. You know, they need them to come. Help us. Heal us. Give us technologies. Show us the way. They're not. There's nothing. This planet is, like I said, or have said, I don't know if it was this stream or the one earlier tonight, but people. This intelligence, whatever you want to call it, it's not going to land on any White House lawn. It's not going to land on any lawn. There's no reason to get involved. Again, why would you want to get involved with the state of affairs? I mean, you're being told drink a margarita by the government. What kind of BS is that? And they do it with a straight face. They're serious. Now I have images of them drinking margaritas. That's what they do behind closed doors when they're up there working for the people. They're all drinking margaritas. Why? Because they're pissed. They're a little angry and frustrated with all the things that are going on around in the union. I mean, they're the ones that brought it up. So yeah, now I picture them all drinking margaritas. Or screwdrivers. Pelosi, you drinking a screwdriver. I think that's the drink, because I sure the hell feel like I'm being screwed right now by people that we were told are for the people. They work for the people. Do they? Because it sure doesn't feel like governments are working for the people. They have self-interest. Okay. I got a Klein Casey who's just jumped in. It's a bot. I'm pretty sure it's a bot. Hi, Klein Casey, YouTube AI bot. The timing, again, like I said earlier, I am observing everything. I take mental notes of all. And when I changed the conversation that I was having, started to bring the reality that's happening around, this person pops up. This Klein Casey bot. Klein Casey VOT.FYI. What does that mean? I don't know. I guess you have to be a bot to understand what that means. They all put this cryptic code up there, these bots that I get when I stream. I love it. And I love it that humans are just so dumb and don't get what's going on. You got these computers that are running everything. I mentioned this the other night, that I feel like there's a computer program running everything, because nothing makes sense. It doesn't feel like humans are calling the shots, because of the shots that are being called don't make any sense. And my mind can only fathom that the reason for this is that there is a program running, a very complicated program with a lot of variables in it, supercomputer type power to run this program, quantum, if you will, even. And human beings are a variable in this program that is running. Why is the program running? I mean, there must be a goal, right? That's why you run a program, to do something. What is it that... See, that's where you can't talk. They want to censor you when you start putting possibilities out there. Why? My mind has come to a resolute conclusion that it makes sense if this is a program that's running, and whoever created it to fix something, the problems. And again, one of the variables in the equation is humans. And so this computer program keeps running again and again, over and over, just tens of thousands of times each second, and on and on and on, just new possibilities, looking for some answer. And the program, because of the answer that's been programmed into the program, what it's looking for, it sees the human variable in this equation, and it's causing a lot of problems. Okay? It's taking all this information and data on humans, their activities, all of it. All of it. And it's being plugged into this program of sorts as a variable in search of whatever it is they're searching for. And the program keeps coming back as it gives answers, solutions, if you will, that it's the humans. They just got the no data again. See, they don't like you talking about certain things. Come on, Klein Casey. Tell them other bots that it's all good. And Sandy, you too. Being stupid. You have to be. Right? No, you don't. I'm not, like I said, being stupid just don't do well. And I'm going to let stupid know when I encounter it. As far as me up here speaking my mind with the things that I think of, as crazy as they may sound, you know what? I'm not hurting anybody. I'm not killing anybody. I'm not trying to take anything from anybody. I'm here sharing a message, a thought for the record of my experience here, now, this moment, how I'm dealing with it, how I'm learning from it and becoming more. Again, I just see the humans are this variable, and they're becoming the problem in the equation that the computers are running, not the humans. The people, they listen. Well, I just got another bot. Both C's too. They both have overall Klein. That's where the C. And then the other one is, I have no idea. It's like a foreign language, different language, but it begins with a C. And they're VOR instead of VOT. I'm just sitting up here tripping out on everything. It's coming to a close. All of this. People can't continue to be the way they are and expect that things are going to get better, that this is for the better. These people are evil. Evil. I mean, when they got things like Satan Club showing up in schools and the education department is encouraging this kind of caca, there's a problem. Don't you think? How is that good? How is that a good thing? It's not. And the people that are pushing it know that. They know what it's not good. And yet it's going on. It's amazing. Now Governor Newsom here in California looking at the train tracks and just like dazed and confused, and it's like a third world country, and it's like, yeah, where are you? Where you been, bro? This is nonsense. I hear police in New York City standing in front of the cameras and the microphone in a moment of remembering a fellow officer and another officer who's injured. The other one died, got killed. And you got to listen to these police talking about, oh, this needs to stop. And like, you people you're dumb. Stupid dumb. Democrats caused this. And then they turn around and point the finger at the people that didn't want it when the caca starts hitting the fan. Because they don't want to be the ones that have to deal with being wrong, right? Nobody wants to be wrong. And when you are in the act of being caught, that's the last thing you want. And what do? You start pointing the finger. I don't like people like that. They're not right. Had an incident today. This makes me think of, this has to do with women. I've noticed this more than once over my years, not only personally, but just witnessing it outside my world. When you are having a conversation, you're sharing words with a woman, and it's about something that is controversial. I'll put that word to it. And you start to you get into the conversation because you want it to be known how you feel, as opposed to somebody that's just trying to gloss over and move on to the next thing and totally ignore. When you start to emphasize I've noticed that women, the first thing they do is they'll say, stop yelling. And I think I've come to the conclusion that they do that because, for one, they don't want anybody else to hear the truth and the logic, because then it blows away anything more that person has to say. So they fall onto they're being attacked. Okay? Well, I wasn't yelling. My voice might have went up a little bit, but I was not yelling. You want me to yell? I'll have the whole block wondering what's going on. Okay, that's yelling. This woman, this person, I know that trick. Okay? I've been here. I know. I've seen it time and time again. And homie, don't play that game. And because I'm aware of what goes on, I am more than ready. Bring it on. I stand with truth and common sense, and I'll be damned if somebody else is going to take that away from me, because they feel threatened by what they believe. You can believe what you want. I'm not threatening anybody. I'm not yelling at anybody. I'm just making my case very clear. It's very simple. It's my life. And God says so. Those two songs up there, Destiny and It's My Life. I asked God 2 years ago for an answer. Something that I could carry with me. Something simple, short, and sweet. that I could pass along to others in the coming days and months and however long things were going to happen. I asked something because I didn't want to keep going back to God. I didn't want to be, hey, God, what about this? Okay, God, what about this? God, what about that? God. I didn't want to do that. That's why I sat for a moment in silence with my thoughts and focused those thoughts towards God. Asking God for a sign, something, an answer. My way of receiving an answer, short of having something materialize and here's the answer, short of that, I felt that using music to ask a question of God, and God will play a song to give you an answer, worked for me. And I asked, and I pressed play, and a random song played, and the first song was Destiny. And then the next song after that was It's My Life. I'm seeing that I'm having issues over here with my stream. I'm gonna bring this one to a close. Start heading in that direction. Anyway, I asked God, and the answer was very clear, simple, short, and sweet. Something that I could easily pass on to others. It's my life. Remember that, people. It's your life. And because I'm just so many problems, I'm going to go ahead and bring this stream to a close. I hope you're all well. And smiling.